Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Smooth Move brought to you by yourdependablepartner.com. We have a mission of bringing you information that really helps you go through what for many families is sort of a challenging and emotional time. And without further ado, I'm going to invite my partner Joelle to introduce our special guest today. If you are interested in our topic, hit the subscribe button below. Share it with friends. You can share it with enemies, share it with whoever you feel needs this information because we found that there's not a whole lot of really good information out there when it comes to making decisions, needing in-home care. Maybe you need to go to a community, could be assisted living, independent living, could be memory care. And we're all about all parts of that process and bringing you the information you need to make appropriate decisions. So, Joelle, take it
Yep.
away.
So today we have the lovely Dana Rhinesmith, who I have had the honor of meeting at some of these networking events. And I will just say that she is a bright light. She's always happy and friendly and smiling. And that's exactly what you want when you're dealing with these types of issues. And Dana is from Parardise Home Healthcare. And she's going to tell us all about her company and what's her particular slant that would make you want to use her over somebody else. So, Dana, you want to tell us a little bit about your company?
Sure, I would love to. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'm excited to be here. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you both as well. And, I feel the same way. The more resources we can provide clients that make it all inclusive for them and just make it easier for them, the families, because it's not just about the client. It spills out to a lot of different people's lives you're affecting with home health care. So, thank you so much for having me. I'm with Parardise Home Healthcare. We're located in Boca Raton. Been in business since 1991. And what separates us from other companies is that we treat our clients as if they were our own family. So I was just saying this morning, I got a new call and I'm going to meet him and the daughter, and just really being able to accommodate whatever their need is and being able to tailor a program that's specific for their needs. So, we're able to be affordable, flexible, and professional all at the same time. So, I love what I do, and I'm glad that we get to work together.
So
I
you
have a
told me,
question.
oh, go ahead,
Yeah,
Brian.
I'm sorry, Joelle. I have a question. Just
Please.
what is in-home healthcare? What are you? What is that?
Okay, great. So we provide aids for the client, so to help them with daily activities. So that would include, anything from running errands, chores. Everybody's status is different, and one thing that I'm very, specific about is that I like to meet with the client prior to, matching them with an aid to really get my eyes on their home, their health situation, what their needs are personally for who they want the aid to be and who would be the best fit. So and they become great parts of the family. So we help with all daily living activities to assist.
Do you only
And
provide that type of care, or do you provide skilled care as well? And can you tell people the difference between the skilled and the non-skilled?
Yes. So, there's certain limitations we have. We're just doing assistance, where a skilled nurse is a lot more. They have medical ability to, give an injection and do more, yeah, more invasive procedures, more detailed activities. And we can provide skilled nursing, but that's really not our sweet spot. We really do well with providing home health care aids. So I like to be really good at one thing but I have resources that can help my clients out with whatever their needs are. So I work with, strategic partners that can assist me in those areas. So I have, a wound care person who I partner with. And, it makes it nice because we're all used to working together, and then we bring our family into their family.
is it
It's
all
interesting.
night and all day, or just
Say that
during
again.
the day? Can it be overnight home health care
Yes.
or just
So
during
I'm
the day?
so glad you asked that question. So yes, we do overnights. We do a live-in option, and my latest promotion for Valentine's Day, I am doing a couples care promotion. It makes it really nice for the couple to be able to share one aid. It makes it more affordable, more efficient,
Mhm.
and they're able to spend time together because separating them is not what they want to do. We want to make them comfortable and be able to enjoy their time together. So I'm running a special for Valentine's Day to promote couples care.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about the live-in option? Is that
Sure.
like, so if somebody does hourly
Hmm.
versus live-in, are they getting a better deal on the hours? And what
Yeah.
does it look?
Okay, great. So, yes, a live-in is more affordable, and it really provides the family a peace of mind. So, I'm a big promoter of the live-in option, but there are some restrictions. So, they do need to have a dedicated room. You need to provide a meal. So, there's certain, criteria that you have to meet in order to have the live-in there. And also, the families are very specific about who they want living with them. So, it's really I don't really like to go directly into a live-in situation. I like to do some care, get them acquainted, make sure it's a good match, and then upsell. It's actually downselling because I'm actually providing them a more affordable care that's more comprehensive.
Yeah,
So,
because I'm the in-home care for my parents. That's why I moved to Florida. But my mother and father have a policy so we could get somebody in the house. But the question is when? Like, I don't know when they're going to need help, right? Today they might need help at 10 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow they might need help at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the live-in option is a very interesting product because sometimes they need somebody to do the dishes. They need somebody to warm up their food. They need somebody to
knowing
walk bath.
somebody's in that other room is peace of mind, like
Exactly.
for the family and the client. So, I'm a big
Exactly. Yeah, I like that option. And I wanted to back up a little bit to when you said you have
fan.
partners for the services that you don't provide, because we do go to a lot of networking events. That's how we all meet people and
Mhm.
and get a comprehensive service wrap around for things that we all don't provide so that we could be resources for our clients. And there's a lot of home health care companies out there. But what I love is that you all work together because you all have something a little bit different to offer. So if you can't provide something that someone needs, you have somebody that you can reach out to and vice versa. And I think that's a really lovely, it's a lovely community that there's no, territorialism really. It's about what's best for the client and you express that. And I think that's fantastic.
Yes, yeah, it's really about doing what's best for the client. For instance, this weekend, I had a caregiver who called out, and we all jumped on board to make sure. It was Saturday afternoon, who was at a kids game, but I was, we just really make sure, and I actually reached out to strategic partners that do exactly what I do, and they were more than willing to help me cover a shift if I needed be. But my company was able to, accommodate our client with the needs on a last minute basis. So.
So then also, like, just I continually refer back to myself because I know what my own experience is. if
Mhm.
if you have a caregiver, that's a family member that lives in the home and they're going away, for example, do you
Mhm.
provide like just, a couple day care if somebody needed that?
Right. So
Just
I'm so glad you asked that because I wanted to bring that up. So, for instance, just most recently, I did a live-in care package from one of my clients, and they actually go to Connecticut for 3 months, and they
mm,
don't want to have a lapse in care or a change in care. So I
right.
actually, it took, a lot of homework and, making sure it's the right person, but she's actually going to travel with the family and
Wow.
take the time up there and be able to care for them. So we're able to do it 12 months a year instead of seasonal work. So that's something I'm trying to tailor because we have so many seasonal clients here.
Sure. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
And what about the opposite? Like people that don't go, but maybe their caregiver leaves for a little bit. That's a family member, and they want to just make sure that they're all right while they're gone. Do you
Right.
do like
So
short term, like respite almost, but it's not really respite?
right. So what I always do is even though they may love a certain aide, I'm proactive. So I'll say this aide is going to go on vacation. She will get sick. I like to have a backup that they're already comfortable with and approved. So
Mhm.
there's no guessing or last minute
I see.
stressors. So I plan that out even before. And yes, people do get sick and they go on vacation. So we have to plan for those things. So it's all about being
Mhm.
proactive, and when you hire the right aides, you're confident in your product and you know that it's going to go smoothly. And
Of course.
yes, yeah. So that's
Fantastic.
the question.
Is there a part of your process, like how are you hiring these aides, and what's sort of like your screening to make sure we get someone who's good?
That's a
Great.
good
Aside
So
from you matching, which I think is so critical.
I love all the questions you guys are asking me because I have all the right answers and real examples that are going on right now. So, for instance, a client called me this morning. He lives in Woodfield Country Club. He has a private aide. Yes, he's getting a lower rate because she's doing it as a friend, but she is not licensed, bonded, and insured. If she falls in that house, that's a really big liability on the client. Also, we do a background check, level two, drug testing, and then we have them come in for a screening to make sure that their language and their just everything is up to speed to the policies that we adhere to at Parardise. So we have a rigorous system, and it works because we've had a lot of success. If you look at my ratings and reviews, my scheduler Rosie does a great job in interviewing them thoroughly before we even put them on the roster.
It's very interesting that you brought up language because I noticed that some people that are older, even if they have hearing aids, they can't really hear well. So when somebody has an accent, they get very frustrated if they can't understand what they're saying. Because I know sometimes we're watching a TV show and my parents can't watch because they
Right.
can't read fast enough and they can't
Hmm.
really understand what they're saying. Even sometimes if it's just like a British show, they have trouble because of just the little bit of an accent. So it's interesting that you do that because that can be a real frustration for some people.
Right. Yes, I have heard other businesses do have a lot of issues with, hiring, aides that, don't speak clearly, or, they have a car and it's not up to date, that their
Yeah.
paperwork, we make sure that they have their CPR papers. We
Uh-huh.
go above and beyond. So working with us, you can have real peace of mind and set yourself up for success.
Sounds like you guys really have thought about all of the pitfalls that could happen in bringing somebody in without knowing all of the facts up front. And that's really comforting.
Yes, yeah, no, it's been an amazing opportunity to work at Parardise. I was with a more corporate company prior, and I absolutely love working in the family environment and that culture. We're able to do things for clients that others can't. But you mentioned something about like having that commitment. We only have a 24-hour cancellation policy, so we don't have contracts or we so that gives people peace of mind too. They're not locked in. We
Mhm.
want people to want us, not to be stuck with us. So
Right.
that's a big
I
difference
like
as
that. I like that
well.
little line. That's great. So, the fact that it's family owned makes you more nimble. You can move the ship a little faster
Yes,
than
and I
having
could
the
call the
constraints.
owner on her cell phone and get
Mhm.
something done very quickly. So if we have to jump through hoops, we do whatever it takes.
That's fantastic.
So,
Yeah.
Anything?
Dana, how do they reach you? Let's say some of our listeners or their family. How do they find you?
So I best way to reach me is my cell phone. It's 561-978-0901. But is there a way I can maybe post my business card with all my information on the show, or maybe is there
Sure. Well, I mean, what
we'll do
about
that.
your email address or the company
Yeah.
website? How do they
It's
find
it's
you?
Dana at paradisehomehealthcare.com. We're right in Boca Raton, Clintmore and Congress, and we service Palm Beach and Broward. And we're available 24/7. So you can call or text at any time. and we're all here
You
to
want to
help
give out
all
that
hands.
number one more time?
Yes, it's 561-978-0901.
All right. So folks, I hope you've gotten some good nuggets from this. It's really important. You know, my father-in-law who passed away lived in Boca West. And towards the end of his life, he needed an aide, and the aide was so wonderful and actually traveled to Maryland
Oh,
with him
nice.
and the family because they were snowbirds. So
Right.
just wonderful. So everyone, again, hope you got some good nuggets. If you like the information, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to leave a comment, and we'll be back again next week with another episode of the Smooth Move podcast brought to you by yourdependablepartner.com. If you are moving into a community from a home, let's say you're the next step in home health care and you need to now move out of the home and go into a assisted living, independent living, memory care, that's where your dependable partner comes in. And we will make sure that that move is hassle free, that you are packed professionally, unpacked professionally, and in your bed in that new community that same day. But it's more than that, because some things need to be donated to charity. We will help. Some things can be auctioned off. We will help. Some things just need to be done away with, and we'll help with that. And some really sentimental or valuable pieces may need to go to relatives all across the country or friends, and we can handle that for you as well. So we're soup to nuts. You can reach us at yourdependablepartner.com, or you can call 561-247-4267. I'm looking at our card because I don't have my number memorized. But you can find out more at yourdependablepartner.com. Dana, thank you. You are awesome, and we appreciate
Thank
you
you.
being
Thank you
with
so much
us.
for having me.
And we'll be back again next week.
Have a
Okay.
good day.
Thank you. Have a great week.